So if your goal is to get married, you have to take into consideration that a lot of these men, they have not been properly loved and coddled by their mother. Therefore, they are looking for a woman to fill that void of the, oh, you so sweet, you so handsome, I love you so much, and all of that kind of stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you just have to take that into consideration, that with some men it could be as simple as that. Like, it's as simple as finding out the things that he is lacking and where he is lacking at in his life and in his mindset, because that's very important too. I think that a lot of people, they don't take into consideration the state of mind that the person that they are dealing with is in, and that's not going to build or develop a healthy relationship. You have to be aware of your lover's desires and wants and how they feel about certain things. And then, with men, a lot of times they have a hard time revealing who they actually are. So you have to go at it in a different angle with men sometimes to find out certain things, like just anything, like, because it's small things that you can ask and find out, and then it'll tell you a lot more about that person on a larger scale. I hope that makes sense. But too often we make marriage about money and all of the things that we need to live, which everybody needs to live, period. Whether you're in a relationship or you're not, or you're single. You deserve a comfortable place to live, which is why I feel like people that are married, like, if I ever get married again, because at one point I said I would never get married again, but if I was to get married again, I would have my own house. Like, I have to live in my own house, and you live in your own house. Like, I feel like a lot of times relationships, they end up failing because people don't have their own area and their own space and their own energy to feed off of. Like, all the time, I don't want to be around somebody else's energy. And it's not as simple as like, oh, like, you go to the basement. No, I need you completely out of here. So, not saying that we can't spend a lot of time with each other, but when I need that moment, I'm gonna need for you to go home, and I'm gonna need you to have a home to go to. And then plus, it's kind of like, it's bringing more to the table, because, like, let's just say you want to do Airbnb. Like, you could be making money. Like, y'all can be making money off of, having a second home. So it's just something to think of and something to take into consideration, because I feel like a lot of times marriages fail because we don't have space. We don't have time to process certain things. You have to process it right in front of that person. And sometimes when you react right in the instant and when you act in the moment, you might react in a way that you might regret later. I feel like that happens often in relationships too, because when somebody does something to you, it's just immediately like you be thinking to yourself, yo, what are you doing? Like, and you immediately want to figure out what happened. And if they're not talking fast enough for you, or if they're not, if they're not giving you, if they're not making it make sense in that moment, then things can escalate really, really quickly. And I just feel like we all need our own. We all need our own environment. We all need our own space. That's just like women who are particular. Like, if you're a particular type of woman and you like things a particular way, get your own house. Have your own house or have your own space. And, you know, get it how you live. It's nothing wrong with that. Like, I wouldn't be upset if I had a husband and he had an apartment on the side, or he had, you know, somewhere else he can go. Like, get out. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. People be a little too attached to people. Like, I like people, but I like myself too. So it's kind of like a toss up. Like, I don't, like, after a while, it's just kind of like, I need a break. So, I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think about any of the topics that I just talked about in this video. And I'll see y'all in the next one.